We plead the blood. Oh, connection. Oh, yeah. Ooh, plead the blood, plead the blood, plead the blood. I know it was the blood for me. One day when I was lost, he died on the cross, and I know it was the blood for me. He never said a mumbling word. He never said a mumbling word. He never said a mumbling word for me. One day when I was lost. You know, guys, when I first heard that song, I didn't understand that. I didn't know why Jesus didn't say a mumbling word for me. I was like, Jesus, why didn't you mumble for me when you were on that cross? I was yet a child. I was like, why didn't you mumble? You didn't even go, blah, 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 blah. Nothing? Blah, 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 blah. Why didn't you mumble? Why didn't you mumble for me? Blah, 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 blah. Jesus, why didn't you mumble? Never said a mumbling word. Never said a mumbling word. Never said a mumbling word for me. One day when I was lost, Jesus died on the cross, and I know it was the blood for me. But what happened was he didn't say a mumbling word because he died with his mouth closed because he knew what he was dying for. He didn't cry or complain, whine or dine. He knew what he was dying for, and for me, he did not mumble because he took it on the chin. Never said a mumbling word. Never said a mumbling word. Never said a mumbling word for me. One day when I was lost, Jesus died on the cross. How many of you have been lost? Huh? How many of us have been lost out here willingly sinning? Willingly sinning, knowing the right way, knowing the word, rightly dividing the word of truth, and yet purposely going out and sinning. Because one day we were lost. One day when I was lost, Jesus died on the cross, and I know it was the blood for me. See, you got to make that thing personal, huh? You got to make that thing personal to you. It wasn't the blood for you and you and you. That was the blood for me, because my sins were personal. And he's my personal Jesus, huh? He died specifically on the cross for Kevin Allen Fredericks. No, it was the blood. No, it was the blood. I know it was the blood for me. One day when I was lost, Jesus died on the cross, and I know it was the blood for me. Sometimes you don't even have the words, but you got to have that song in your belly where you can just mumble it No, it was the blood. I know it was the blood. I know it was the blood for me. Oh, one day when I was lost, Jesus died on the cross. See, somebody just said you were sex and I blocked them. You know why? Because I'm not going to commit adultery on my wife. Because one day when I was lost, Jesus died on the cross, and I know it was the blood for me. Oh, never said a mumbling word. Jesus never said a mumbling word. He never said a mumbling word for me. One day when I was lost, Jesus died on the cross, and I know it was the blood for me. Blood and water came streaming down. Blood and water came streaming down. Blood and water came streaming down for me. One day when I was lost, Jesus died on the cross, and blood and water came streaming down for me. Oh, Basha. Oh, that block still works. That block still works. See, I'll block you in here, but God will never block you. Amen. God will never block you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. There was times where I was committing sin and I knew that I was wrong. And I felt conviction and condemnation right there. Oh, I felt conviction. I'd been in the middle of a sex, in the middle of a fornication, and got convicted. Anybody ever been convicted in the midst of sin? In the midst of sin. And then you go to that altar call the next day, and the preacher must have got a text message from God. Kev was out there licking and tricking. Call on him. And the preacher be all in your closet. You was out there in the back of the high school. And then they start singing that them altar songs that make you cry. Lord, I'm available to you. Lord, I'm available to you made me cry. You gave him my all. I don't know the words. To reach out to man. Son, da da da. To use me as you can. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. But once they came to, Lord, I'm available to you. I missed that note, but that's all right. My life I give to you to do what you say. Use me, Lord. To show someone the way and enable me to say, my heart I give to you. Lord, I was at the altar. My storage is empty. Once they stuck on that part, and I am available. My storage is empty. My storage! And I am available. Hey! My store. No music is empty. Even though they say no music, drummer keep flying away. No music. My storage is empty. And I am. My storage? My storage is empty. And I am available. Altos! My storage is empty. Come on, altos. I don't know if that's a note. I am sopranos. My storage is empty. Sharice is texting me Kev's in concert this morning and covering her ears. Why don't you get out of here, Sharice? If you don't like it, then get out of here. Get out of here. I like singing. I don't have to have a good voice because my heart is pure. The devil comes in here to steal your joy. God didn't say your note had to be on key to be a good worship. I can be flat and sharp as long as I'm flat and sharp for Jesus. Make a joyful noise. Now you out here with this pretty voice, but I don't hear you singing for God. You sing that R. Kelly, but you don't sing for God. Y'all come to steal my joy because you want to make fun of my singing, but my heart is pure. Huh? My heart is pure. My mind's made up. You out here with this beautiful voice, knowing how to harmonize, knowing how to mix your vocals, but do you sing for God, Sharice? Huh? Do you sing for God? Do you sing for God, or are you singing tank? How about you sing for God with that beautiful voice? And that's why you're sick. That's why you're sick. And I prayed for you. The devil can come in your friends, because those are the ones you listen to. You listen to your friends. Friends come in here knowing they can affect you, and let the devil just get all in you. My storage is empty, and I am afraid. I'm not being nice, Lucius Moore. Sharice knows I can't sing. Sharice known me for 5 years. She knew I couldn't sing when I met her. 3 years. But I'm sold out for God with my terrible voice. I'll sing loud and wrong for Jesus. Put me in the midst of a lot of choir. Yeah, other drivers look at me and be mad. Other drivers be looking at me when I periscope and be like, what is this dude doing? I'm sold out. Y'all knew I was going. My mind is made up. I'm sold out. I am. You know why I can't sing? And I still sing? Because Hezekiah Walker is my favorite singer, my favorite gospel artist of all time. And Hezzy was out here singing with the most regular voice. Hezzy was out here singing with a regular voice. Yeah, Chief Levi, I stopped and parked there because I was early. Who can separate? I know I modulate all over the place. That's all right. I'm sold out. I sing because I'm happy. That's right. Why should I feel discouraged? You're singing out here looking like a dead wolf. That's funny. And why should my shadow come? Singing in flat minor. The devil is all in this scope. The devil is all in this scope. Oh, he's here. He's coming in many forms. He's coming in many forms. I rebuke you. I rebuke you. Ain't no topic. We're just out here talking. Ain't no topic. Ain't no topic. I do sing better than Keisha Cole. And Keisha Cole out here making a career out of it. Ain't nothing but eggs and Russians in here. It's a Soviet omelet on today. It's a Soviet omelet. The USSR. My singing is like a car crash. You don't want to look and listen, but you slow down when it happens. Amen? There don't need to be no topic. The topic is Jesus. Must be Jesus. Must be Jesus. Thank you, Papa D. Papa D is the best in-law. Papa D, out of my parents and Melissa's parents, is the most supportive parent ever. He had every poster from every play we made in his garage because he loved us. He's been at every play. He owns every play. He gave to the movie, gave more than my mom and dad. Papa D loves me, and I love him. We don't have in-laws. We just have a family. We are a family like a giant tree, dancing out to the sky, branching out to the sky. The premiere's at 6 o'clock. I want to periscope the premiere, but I don't think y'all be able to see the movie good. Yeah, I got songs for days, Chief Levi. I'm a jukebox. You guys, Periscope is as close to being my friend as you can get. Because you think this is bad. Imagine being my wife. Melissa got to deal with this every day for the last 11 years. 15 years, really. But we've been living together for the last 11 years, and I just be singing. Kelly Wu, Papa D ain't going to help you with your student loans. Get out of here. I'm a jukebox for Jesus. It's going to be at where One Church is. One Church Theater. Yeah, I'm hyped this morning. I really like Periscope. That's what it is. I can't wait to use Periscope to introduce y'all to my family. My parents. And I've been on YouTube, but y'all they can never talk. You can never talk back to them. And my mom was on Periscope out here spilling the business. You know how awkward it is to find out the origin story of your middle name on Periscope? I didn't know how my mom chose my middle name. And my brother asked her on Periscope the other day. And you know what she said? She said, Jay was like, why did you choose Allen? And she said, because I didn't know what went with Kevin. So I was just watching TV and I heard somebody say Allen. She was like, oh, cool, Kevin Allen. And I was like, what? What? That's how you chose my middle name? That was the amount of thought going into my middle name. I thought she had like chose the letters or the syllables, or like it'll sound good together, or it'll be smooth, or anything like that. You just heard it on TV? What if it was like, I wanted there to be a reason. Like, we chose our kid's name Isaiah because Melissa loved that name, and he's a Bible character. D'Angelo is her dad's name, and we love her dad, Isaiah D'Angelo. Josiah, I wanted to name him King. Melissa wasn't going for that, so we named him Josiah, who is an 8-year-old king. And then Malik means king in Arabic, so he's King Fredericks. Thought. My mom was just like, I got nothing. Kevin Allen, that sounds fine. What'd that guy say on Perry Mason? Allen? Oh, that's good. I was like, what? Mom, you didn't even think about it? She told my brother that she was going to name me Justin, but she did it because she was mad at my father, her baby's dad. She was like, he wants to name it Justin, so I'm not naming it Justin. I'm naming him Kevin. I was like, I could have been Justin, just on stage. But no, I could have had a lot of cool stuff if my name was Justin. I'm just out here, just chilling, I could have had a lot of stuff. She was like, nope, I don't like your father. So he's and she talked about he was a 5-minute man. She's told me that before, but I didn't know she was going to put it on the interwebs. I was like, Mom, what was my dad like? He was worth 5 minutes in bed, and that's how you got here. Mom! That's why we talk crazy, and that's why we say whatever we want, because we're from my mom who says whatever she wants. But the fact that she put no thought into my middle name was heartbreaking. Huh? Mom, why you didn't put no thought to my middle name? None? What if the guy on TV would have said Bartholomew? I could have been Kevin Bartholomew Fredericks. That's never going to fit on a Scantron. Just really, really wish she would have at least put some more thought to it or made it up. She named Jason after my uncle because he asked. And she was just like, nobody asked anything about Kevin's middle name. But I am her favorite. What if somebody said Wilberforce? My name could have been Kevin Wilberforce. Kevin Allen just goes. I feel like she named me like, while she was 9 months pregnant, she was just like, Allen? I am upset, guys. Aloysius, my name could have been anything. I could have been Kevin Perry Mason Fredericks, because they love Perry Mason, and Matlock. I could have been Kevin Matlock. Kevin Matlock? I like Matlock too. But I don't want to be named Matlock. Hey, Matlock! Ha ha! Nobody watches that show anymore. It wouldn't have been Laquan. Kevin Studebaker. Anything was possible. Anything was possible. But I know on my resume, you don't know if I'm black or white yet. Because Kevin Allen could be anybody. Hey, I'm K. Allen Fredericks. Hello. Kevin, I'll be sure Fredericks. Wow, the eggs is out here. Just, you know how weird it is to just see somebody say, hi, nigger? That is random. These eggs be out here, hey, nigger! Nigger! You niggers on Periscope? There's a nigger on Periscope! Why y'all do that? Why is that the first thing that y'all do? Like, they're like, he's black. Hi, nigger! Nigger sounds so harsh. I am trying to ignore it, but it's really hard when you just see hi, nigger. That reminds me of the scariest sound white people can make. If you're in a pickup truck and you make that sound, you got lynching on your mind. One time I was walking down the street in Spanaway, Washington, which is like a little bit of a hick country, and somebody had a pickup truck, and they skirted off, and they said, "Yee-hoo!" And I was like, I'm dead. I am dead. And I know it's like 2009 at this time, but that sound and a pickup truck and the Confederate flag, that's a three-piece to glory. You got a pickup truck, Confederate flag, and yee-hoo! Death. Death. You hear me? All right, guys, I'm on 405. My rides are an hour and 20 minutes. I've been in the car since 7:35, and I won't get to work till 9 o'clock. But we thank God for grace. I've done a show in San Diego, but I'll come back because I killed when I went there. I'm not being cocky. I just had a really, really great set. All right, I'll see y'all next time.